Welcome to Zero Booze Lovely Views, where I'm learning to swap hangovers for horizons. Today I had the pleasure of sampling the Big Drop Brewing Company Paradiso Citrus IPA. I was starting to think that I was just not really into IPAs and I was just much more of a lager girl. So I was bracing myself for that familiar sort of zesty, over citrusy taste that I've become familiar with when trying IPAs. But it just didn't come. I think I actually said out loud, "Ooh, that's actually quite nice," because it was just so juicy and moreish. I got a bit of a grapefruit vibe, but I'm probably massively off the mark with that. It just didn't have that slap you around the face citrus taste, which I struggle to understand. This was friendly and palatable, and it left a really pleasant taste in my mouth. And I was gutted I only brought one can with me on this trip. I really wished I had more. This doesn't seem too dissimilar to the Beavertown alcohol-free IPA I've tried in the past. It's just maybe a little bit less carbonated, which is good for my tummy, and probably just a little bit more subtle, I suppose. The Big Drop Brewing Company do loads of alcohol-free drinks, so I'm really excited to try the others in their range and just to see if they're equally as nice. How pretty was the can? Well, this one I picked up from Waitrose, and because of the colour combination, I just instantly assumed it was a Waitrose own IPA. It wasn't until I further inspected it that I realised that certainly wasn't the case. I really like this grid system they've got on the back as like a typographical lockup. I think that looks really industrial and cool, and I think it would really work nicely as the title itself. I think this would work really well if they took the pattern from the side of the can and just popped it in the middle of that big drop icon, because at the moment I just think it looks a tiny bit bland. How lovely was the view? Well, we stayed at SandyBalls, which is a holiday park in the New Forest. We stayed in a cabin called the Esme, which is quite gimmicky because it's neon pink with Barbie vibes, perfect for an 8-year-old girl who absolutely loved it. It wasn't particularly big inside, it was a 2-bed cabin, but we had a lovely time. I think if I was going to book this again, I'd probably just get something that's a bit more sensible but have a little bit more room, but this was great just for the fun of it. The quality was pretty good, but I could probably write a list of things for a handyman to get on with. Like, we couldn't get the fire to work, the halo and wings neon didn't seem to work at all, the handle of the door broke as soon as we entered it, so we kind of just had to bodge it. Because we were there so little, we didn't want to waste time getting maintenance out when we were only there for a couple of nights, so we kind of just got on with it really. But other than that, the quality was absolutely fine for what you pay. It wasn't particularly expensive, so it's quite affordable and really good fun for a couple of nights. I really appreciated how much effort the holiday park went for like Halloween. They really went above and beyond, and it just made it so special for our little girl. There was so much activities to do. We did alpaca walking, where you hire an alpaca and basically just take it for a nice little walk. It was really lovely, and it was just like an experience I'll never forget. The evening entertainment was really good as well. This was a Halloween disco that was happening at about 8 o'clock, so there was lots of kids dressed up in fancy dress. And again, just like all the effort the park went to with all the decorations, I was really impressed by that, and it looked amazing at night time, really atmospheric. Did we have a pub stop? Yes, we used the pub on site, which is called the Woodside Inn. It's very basic, but it does the job. The food's quite nice. Bit of a long wait though. And the inside's quite pleasant as well, so I'd recommend it. Here is my final ratings, and I'll probably give the Beavertown IPA quite a similar score to this. I did prefer the Big Drop Paradiso than the Beavertown one, but they did taste to me very similar. So disclaimer, I'm absolutely no expert on beers, lagers and ales. I've just started my journey and I hope to get better as time goes on. If you'd like to see another video on SandyBalls, then check out my Asahi review, because I go on a walk to the Giant's Grave, which is a cycle path just outside SandyBalls complex. Thanks for watching.